And we are live. Hello everyone, this is the Void Executive and welcome to the stream. How is everyone doing? I hope this Saturday has been pretty chill. Let's start this weekend with a new drawing using the Wheel of Fortune that we've been using for this type of stream. Last time we finished up our previous theme, which was Big Jaws. We managed to complete our girl with the very big teethy mouth. Today we'll spin the wheel, see the theme, and then first search up some references in order to have a good foundation for when we'll start to actually draw. Lessons we have learned from last time: we need to be a bit more organized when we are looking for the references. So, depending on the theme that we'll pick up today, we'll have different sectors for the types of references we are going to pick. We'll pick one for the colors, one for the composition, and then the rest for the overall design, depending on the theme that we have obtained. So, without further ado, let's switch over to our Wheel of Fortune. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Okay, so this is our wheel with many different themes. We'll see which one will appear. They can vary from small projects to different exercises. We'll see which one will appear. Is everyone ready? Let's see which one will appear. Let me check something real quick, if everything is working as intended. Stream seems to be all fine. Yeah, okay. Let's spin the wheel and see what theme comes up. 3, 2, 1, go. And the theme is... okay. Desert Monument. Perfect. Okay, so this one will be something more focused on environment instead of character design. So it will be something that involves a lot of photo bashing, I feel like. So I think we could start doing our research. Let me switch over to Pinterest and then we can start looking for any image that may be useful to us. Let me see if I can do it. There we go. Let me resize it. There we go. So, for this theme, Desert Monument, I am a big fan of big monumental elements. Something similar that appears here in the first page as well. I also noticed that they changed a bit the way Pinterest works. So let's try first looking for something specific with the desert. Maybe desert temple. Let's see what we can find. Something that can be useful. For now, I will be saving any image that may interest us into a different tab. So then we can check over here, which will have similar related images that may be useful. In the meantime, there we go. It's on a different browser because for some reason it doesn't work on the one that I usually use, which is Opera. So the base idea I want to have is this monument to be like a giant abandoned statue in the middle of the desert. Something like this. Although maybe I could do it in instead in the day, maybe do it in the night. Could be also a good opportunity to change some colors and use some cooler colors instead of warm all the time, which is a trend I am kinda noticing in my drawings. Let's try maybe without desert temple if there is something specific. I want to also, ooh, I really like this one. Yeah, something along those lines. And maybe also add some supernatural elements. something like it's not merely an abandoned monument, but also something where it has a little bit of magic in it. Let's see if we can wait, where are the themes? Oh, there we go. So the way it works right now is that if you have different collections, you can click on them and it suggests you images that are similar to the ones you have already saved. Let's see. Although I see that they are not very coherent. Let's try with something like here. No, wait, this one, which has some more ethereal, abstract concepts, which I think may be useful. Because there was a specific wait, let me show you. I will show you the original inspiration from that theme in particular, which is from a particular YouTube channel. Which is this one here, which has like dark ambience. And there was one with a specific, yeah, it was something like this. Let me stop it. Maybe something not as cliche or as boring as this one, but the concept was something similar. Let's see from the images that I saved if I can find some examples. Okay. Even something like this. I don't know if I already saved this one. Let me check. This one's really nice. Let me save it on another. Yeah, something like that. This makes it's kind of similar to Blade Runner, which has similar elements. Although I want it to be something specifically abandoned. Something like this, but maybe not this big. Let's go back here. We also need to decide the type of desert, if it should be something all full of sand or something more rocky, like over here. Or something more weird and apocalyptic, like this painter, which is it's pretty famous. I don't remember the name. It's I think it's Polish. It has one of those Polish names, but it makes these very surreal landscapes. Yeah, maybe something like that can be useful. Let's see, maybe Let's see if... No, this is more of a statue. Let's try with abandoned temple. That's interesting. In the meantime, I will save some images that I find interesting for other folders. This one might be useful. Although the statue itself, I don't want it to be too generic, so I think we'll need to search some references for this statue being something out of the supernatural. I think we can do that in this category. If we can find an element that may be useful for the overall theme. Maybe something that has a more geometric element to it. Oh, this one is an SCP reference. I'm not finding something that can be akin to something belonging to the desert. Let me see if I have something similar in the images I have saved already. Yeah, maybe something like this. Let's see if we can find some other similar images. Maybe if we find some creature from desert folklore. Let me see if I can find something similar. Arabian mythical creatures. Yeah, they are mostly just generic creatures. Because I want something to be big and monumental. I really like this one. let's try again some environment art for the desert. Yeah, maybe it's something like this. Okay, we have found some references. Let me briefly switch over to our reference file and start dropping some images. Let me see if you guys can see it. Yeah. Right now I'm just dropping some images and then I will reorganize them in order to have some much clearer ideas. And then simple screenshot of the video reference. Okay. First let's make them all similar. They are not nearly enough. I think we need to do some more research. But in the meantime we can start differentiating the things. So I will do I don't remember how to add the text. Let me look it up real quick. Yeah, it's, you know, okay, we'll do general environment. Then we'll do the statue itself, design, and then we'll do the color/mood. And now we'll simply organize them. This one for the color, journal environment, I think something like so. Stat itself can be something like this. We need to also decide whether the environment overall is in the open or in a more enclosed space. Okay, I think we need to find more references for the color and then add a bit more to the general images. So let's switch back. Oh yeah, I forgot to add it. There we go. So this is the arrangement that we've made so far. I'll need to find some more examples for the color, because my idea is to make it themed at night, kinda like the intro of Aladdin, where the where the Cave of Wonders opens up in the night. I was thinking of something like that. Yeah, okay, let me research some more. So we go over here. Let me delete most of this stuff. Night. Let's see what we can find. Okay. Oh, this one looks very 80s style. Let me see if there are some more examples from this one. Yeah, maybe something like this. Let's see some more examples. Not finding any in this page. Yeah, maybe something like this, although a bit more, I don't know, original maybe. Let's check this one, if there are some other examples. Not really. Oh, I really like this effect over here. I will keep this one in mind. What's this one? Jesus. Let me save this one for the creature part. Okay. I think that the the drawing itself won't be anything crazy in terms of originality. That doesn't mean I shouldn't try to create something unoriginal. Oops. Let's look a bit more for the color palette that we may need. Oh, I like this one as well. Let's see. An interesting color palette that may be of use. Maybe this one? This one is very, very dark, but it may come in handy. Now this one looks nice, but I think it's too wet for it to be a desert. And the places are. Let's see if there is something that can be. Let's try again, Abandoned Temple. Because the idea that I want to give it is, like, in the middle of the desert there is this abandoned structure that kinda feels off compared to the rest. It's like something kinda unnatural. Maybe something like this or something like this. Okay, let's try to add this new batch of images back to the reference file. There we go. Maybe I should also create a new category for the composition. Composition. There we go. Okay, so color, make this one over here. And then with these ones, let's see, because I want to think about the composition as well. So maybe for the composition it will be something like, I think many of these may belong to the composition. I really like this, the effect of this sun over here. Okay, I mean, for the colors we don't need too many references. I think the general idea is established. I think I will do some more research now on the design of the monument itself. So once again, let's switch back to Pinterest and look it up. I know this step may sound boring, but I think it's very important to show the entire process, which includes the looking for references. So let's see if we can find some creatures or humanoid designs that may feel useful for what we need. Something that should look a bit alien. Maybe something that's also kind of maybe robotic. Let's see. Nah, this is, I think, too humanoid. Let me see from what I have already saved. Something that kinda resembles like a statue. This one may be useful. Also this one. And then maybe this one over here. Let me save this one. Oh yeah, something like that, like something that appears in the middle of the desert. We are almost done with the references, I think. Then we can start some sketching. Let's see from here. Here I think we are going too much into cryptid territory. Okay. Now let's save the new images that we found. No, not this one. Okay, and then as a final image for our mood, okay, I will save the Aladdin image of the Cave of Wonders. It's very saturated, but that can be some sort of idea. Okay, now I think all of these can be placed right here. And now I think we can start drawing. We need to first think about the format of the canvas, like whether to do it vertical or horizontal, have it more cinematic framing. I think I'm not really sure. These are the compositions that I took, and I don't want it to be something too tall because it should be something in ruins, and usually ruins are not as tall by design, if they are not something embedded in rock like over here. But maybe something like that. Let's try with a more horizontal approach. Now let me set up the Photoshop file. I'll try with the simple with a simple aspect ratio of wait, I don't remember, the usual one, like 1080p or 4K. Now let's switch over to Photoshop. There we go. What I think I will do is, instead of trying and already sketch the image right away, I will do what they are called thumbnails. So essentially we'll do some different miniatures in which we try different compositions, and then from those compositions we see which one works best. So the way we'll do it is do a very rough frame, and then there we go. And now we'll do different variants. The more we do, the better, but I don't know if we'll manage to do all of these ones. We'll see. These ones are mostly for decomposition, and it's going to be very approximate. But there will be enough to check if they work as intended. They are usually in black and white as well. Let me just see some examples. Yeah, okay. Now what we'll do is fill these ones. Maybe with a slightly lighter color. And now I simply try to do some testing. With a very rough brush. And then let's see. Maybe I should do it on different types of layers. Actually, I mean, I don't think we need to do all of this now that I think about it. So I think it's not something that we need to, like, the variations, they will not be much different from one another. So I think I will simply jump into the sketching right away. It's going to be something very simple anyway. So let's try with some sketching. We can always change it later. I stay zoomed out because that's necessary in order to have a clearer picture. The horizon will be something over here. Let me check the composition part of the references. Also, I almost forgot. Let me change the playlist real quick. There we go. So now I'm checking both the composition and the general environments. Hello, welcome to the stream. We have just wait, let me show you. We just collected the references. The theme that came out is, wait, let me write it. It was Desert Monument. So this is the theme that came up by spinning the wheel. I grabbed some references. Right now, this time trying to be a bit more organized. Made some references for the general environment, which is the desert. One for the color and mood. I would think I want to make it night themed. Composition, so it will be an abandoned monument or statue in the middle of the desert. And then this is for the design of the statue itself, because I want it to be something a bit abstract, something like that. Right now I am thinking about the composition and the general environment. I really like this one over here, but it's way too big. I was thinking something similar to something like this, or something like this. So switching back to Photoshop, let's do just that. Okay. We also need to decide how big or small it should be. Okay. Right now it's a very simple sketch. We are still in the exploring phase. And now I'm focusing on the overall composition. Okay. Because I want to also add like some people as if they were discovering the or visiting the statue itself. This reminds me of the poem Ozymandias that I learned at school. Oh, I don't think I've ever heard of it. What is it about? Pretty curious. Now this is just a temporary camel thingy. Maybe. Okay, so now we already have some sense of scale. Let's see. I can't remember the details, and it's been like 2 years since I learned it. Okay, fair enough. I want to sketch some special effect that should draw the attention to the main focus of the piece, which is the statue. The chat is kinda bugged. How so? My previous message was not sent. Yeah, I don't know if it's a problem of YouTube or something. Like, did he give you any message as to why it wasn't sent? Or... Sometimes it's YouTube being a bit fucky. This was my previous messages. It's a description of a torn down statue in a big desert. Oh, okay. Well, let me see if I can find some images that may give some references. Let me check it out real quick. Statue. Yeah, there are some images, but it's mostly a broken statue that's fallen over. But yeah, the concept is pretty much the same. Sent but didn't appear in the stream. Oh, okay. Did it give you a reason as to why it didn't appear in the stream? Maybe for this statue I can like separate the head. No message. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay. So I was thinking something like this, like broken statue. Although I need to think about the design of the statue itself a bit better. In the meantime, I think we can already start making the background itself, since I don't think it will be much of a... I don't think it will be too difficult to make, since it's literally just a desert. So let me have my color references in hand and try to already have some basic colors. Let's do... this one is the sky and this one is the desert. I want it to be set at night, but without like trying to have colors that are not as saturated as they should be. So let's try with the sky. Also, let me add the layer to make everything black and white, just in case. Okay, then it gets darker the closer it gets to the front. For the sky, it should be much darker. At least on one side. Or maybe instead of making it completely in the night sky, maybe... Okay, let me do a quick test. Yeah, I have these sort of colors. Because I wanted to make it also something similar to this one. Let me see if there is some actual photos of how the night is in the desert. Yeah, it's like filled with stars. I think we can work with that. The problem with trying to find photos of certain places is that they apply so many changes to the camera and lighting and filters that you can never be sure which one is the most faithful photo. Let's keep this one small in the corner so they don't distract us so much. And maybe, okay, I think I will try some photo bashing already into the sky at least. Okay, let's remove the sketch over here. Let's fill up the missing pieces. Let's see how it gets. Okay, let me try something different. Night sky. Okay, let's see if it does it again. Yeah, it's very ugly. Okay, I mean, we'll work with this one. This one. Polarize. And then maybe we can also simplify. Mm, mm, yeah, kinda. Let's see if we can do some other changes to the sky. As I said, we'll be using, for environments, I like to use a lot of photo bashing, something that I did in other drawings as well, mostly the Shadows of Forbidden Gods fan art that I made. So let's try and do something for the desert as well. Let me see if I can find an image that may be what we need. Let's try this one. Yeah, something like that. Let's save. Let me save the project real quick. Desert Monument. There we go. Let me add something like some clouds or something in this area as well. if they are needed, but I think some clouds will be necessary. I'm not sure if I should add like a moon or something. Okay. Now, this is still very temporary. Let's add, or at least sketch, our ruined monument. Okay. Monument sketch. I will not be doing like this sketch is still very approximate. So I will try to be a bit more freestyle in terms of design. As in, I will try to establish the design as I paint. And maybe apply those changes wherever possible. Maybe make the color. There we go. Okay, this is the body. Let's make it just a little bit darker. And then the head. Okay. I will do an experiment. After all, these mini drawings are an opportunity to learn something new. So I will start to design the statue directly as I paint on top of it. I will try to do any changes not from sketching but directly from painting. Let's see if it's a good idea or a terrible idea. Only one way to find out. Right now I'm only focusing on the values. The colors I can change them without much issues later. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm noticing that we are at the halfway point, so what I'm going to do is flip the canvas and I will go into a brief break. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. I think I can do something like make this one bigger and this one darker, maybe with the hue of dark blue. And then maybe yeah, something like this. And then the one behind it. Okay. This is all temporary, but it's for polishing the decomposition. Okay. Let's go back to the head and see what elements I can add. Okay, let's make it maybe okay. Yeah, it's something alien, but I think I need to. I'm about to. Whoa! Apologies. Because I want to make it. Okay, let me do maybe a different thing over here. Nah, I don't really like how it went. Although I will keep the shape in the background and I'll try to design a better head. First, I think I will do something. I will do the general shape of the head. Let's do the same for the body. Okay. And then and let me check the other references. Okay. This is the sketch of the head. Then we'll do the body. I think I will do something like Okay, something like so. And now, in order not to get too confused, let me simply do this. Let me turn off the people over here. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Maybe I think I need to find more references with the pose I want to try and make. Or maybe try a different one entirely. Let me see if I can find some examples. Okay. I think I found a good alternative. Let's change the pose yet again. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, maybe something that's a bit imposing. There we go. Okay, maybe. Let me do it in a different. Hmm. Okay, I think we are getting somewhere. Let's save. Hmm. Then maybe break some parts off. Okay, okay. And then maybe here. There we go. Okay, it's already looking a bit more interesting. I think there still need to improve a little bit. Especially for this empty area over here maybe. And also over here. Need to think about something. There we go. Let's see. I'm checking some of the references and see what else can I change or add in order to make this interesting. Could make this one bigger maybe. And maybe make everything more in the distance. So it will give a sense of scale, give a sense of being something pretty big. Maybe change the position of the head. Then maybe break some pieces. What else can we add? Maybe some ruins in the distance. Not sure. Maybe the canvas is simply too wide. We don't necessarily need to follow a strict rule. We'll just need to tweak it a little bit. Okay. Here maybe add some other random wreckage. Let's flip the image once again. Okay. Now let's place these elements in the sky to match to make it work with the composition. Especially where I want to place the moon. Yeah, I think somewhere in the center like this, it can work pretty well. And then have some clouds behave like so. I think I'll have some dark clouds on one side and starry sky in the other. Let me try and find something to photo bash. Let's remove this one. Then let's see if it fills it up. Okay, kinda. Hey, passing by to say hi again? Got stuff to do. Oh, it's okay. Thank you for coming by. We used the Wheel of Fortune and the theme that came up is called Desert Monument. So I'm trying to make this desert landscape with some ruins in it. So something along those lines. We'll be using a lot of photo bashing, because that's what I usually do for the environments. Okay, 1 second. There we go. And then right now it looks very messy, but that's expected from the first steps of photo bashing. Okay. I think we need to change a few things. There we go. Hello again, welcome to the stream. We are creating a desert landscape with some ruins on it. I'm terrible with names, I'm so sorry. So, can you remind me again? But if you are a regular of the channel, you're welcome regardless. This part is a bit too bright, I think. Let me see if I can. Change it a little. I was on your other stream, there's nothing to worry about. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, I am very, very shit at remembering names. Okay. I'm making this a bit saturated, but I don't want it to be this saturated everywhere. Okay. And maybe do something about the light on the desert. Although first maybe because I did say I wanted to avoid having an environment with too much saturation. So let me see how it will look like if I desaturate. This sky. Maybe not everywhere, but let's also check the values. Right now it's very, very dark, so we need to fix that. And we can fix that by doing this. You draw well, keep up the good work, thank you. I had a little bit of struggles at the start of this stream, but I think right now we are on the right track overall. Also, right now the overall drawing is very, very blue. We'll need to find some different colors to add some variety to the overall piece. In the meantime, I think I can at least fill up the color of this one over here. Oh yeah, it's the wrong brush. There we go. Let me check if everything is working correctly. Yeah. I support you, thank you. Any type of support is well appreciated. Okay. Let me fix this one. Okay. Let's see. Let me see some of the references. Okay. Let me temporarily turn this one off and go back here. Okay. Trying to give some shading to the different dunes. Hello, welcome to the stream. We are doing an environment. The theme that got picked up by the wheel is Desert Monument. Now it's a matter of making it work as intended. Sky is so pretty, thank you. I use some photo bashing. And then there will be... Oh, wait, this is not it. The ruins of this monument. Although right now I am trying to focus on the background over here. Although I think I can do something like... let me see if I can do a much quicker method. You see, gradient map. And we'll do one color like... okay, one color this, another color like this, then in the middle something like this. Okay, let's see how this one will look like. Okay, okay. Compared to how it was before, I think it's a little bit better. Although I still think we need to add some other color in order to make it interesting and not too boring. Thank you for stopping by. Now I want to add a particular effect that I really liked, which was, yeah, something like this. First I want to add some clouds around the moon. Let me remove the character once more. Okay, like for now I'm using one specific color, but we'll change it later in order to make it work nicely. Oops. Let's see if by that I want to make it similar to those images from space when there's a lot of different colors. Or maybe I could simply auto bash one image directly. Let me see. Because there's lots of blues and oranges. Okay, let me try and remove some areas. And then, oh, I have an idea. Nope. There we go. And I think we'll do okay, let's change. Yeah, maybe something like that. And then oh, almost forgot. Let me apply simple filter. Okay. Okay, just needs to maybe be covered in some areas. Let's change the colors of this one. Okay, see before and after. A little bit better. Now let me try merging everything together about the sky. And I think we need to simplify a little bit with brush strokes and stuff like that. Ooh, but let me see, let me try something. I don't think it will work, but... Oh, it's kinda trippy. Nah. Hmm. Let me create a new layer to place on top and simply work from here. Remove some areas that we don't need. we will add the stars later. Maybe, okay, let me try something. I need to switch to full screen. Because I will try the liquify tool. And this time do something like and then not sure. It gives this effect of this kind of black hole effect, but I think we are getting a bit ahead of ourselves. Where is it? Let me just save. And bring up the character. Okay, so I think I know what we'll need to do next time we go back to this drawing. I think I will need to work a little bit better on this guy, but definitely we'll need to develop more this part of the... Oh, let me change it. Okay, this part of our character. Maybe do some more research and try to find maybe a design that works, or a position that's satisfying. Overall, I think we are a pretty good start. It could be better, but as we've always done, with enough patience, we'll reach a conclusion that's satisfying. I think I will redo the sky as well. Right now we have mostly explored the different options. I think I will need to take a better look at the different references and try to be more precise with some elements, because right now I recognize I've went a bit all over the place in terms of the direction of the piece, but I think for now we'll save this one and we will keep it for the next stream for this one, which will be next Wednesday. Ooh. Yeah, I think this is a good start, a bit rocky start. We dedicated a lot of time in grabbing references, but I am noticing that I kinda don't know which direction I want to go for this piece in particular, so I will need to do something much more aimed, much more accurate, in order to obtain something that will be satisfying and which will be a good foundation right from the get-go. I'm not sure next stream if I will try to continue what I've been doing until now, but it may very well be possible that I may just scrap it all together and redo it from scratch. That doesn't mean that what we've done, if we do that, that doesn't mean that what I've done until now has been useless, because it's always a good opportunity to learn something. Even when you fail or when you restart something, it's always a step forward, and it also a little piece of knowledge that gets added to your mind. But yeah, let's say that this start has been a bit difficult, but that will not deter me, that will not stop me. I will continue working on this piece until it looks good. We've done the same thing for all of the others. This one will be no exception. So next stream, which will be on Monday, we'll continue with the other project that we made yesterday, and we'll start designing the next and last god. Create the design, then create the mask, create the supplicant version, and then on Wednesday we'll continue with the drawing that we started today. I don't know why, but these Saturday streams always fly by very quickly compared to the others, maybe because of the time. But regardless, I hope that you enjoyed this stream too, even if it had some difficulties on my part, but that's part of the process. What can I say? It's not always. Sometimes during the journey you get some uphill battles, but we'll always manage to overcome them in due time. So we will meet each other on Monday, same hour, same schedule. Nothing will change. Hope you guys have enjoyed your time here. We'll see you in the next meeting. As always, this has been the Void Executive, and I wish you guys a good weekend. See you next time.